pick this up right after the private scene that's happened with Gen and Ray. So the phone obviously was hung up and turned off and moved away. They had their talk. And then remind me who was going to signal the group to come back in?
I
think that's Ray.
Yeah.
Gen's kind of
injured. Yeah, you need your rest better. I'll just sort of like.
Gen could always pull a. God, what's the game where you play as the skeleton who got shot in the eye on PlayStation 1? Medieval. Gen could always play Medieval and just whiz on out the window to signal us.
I'll just open the door to like where they left and say we're done. Like we're good. So.
Okay, Gen, roll me a 1d10.
We'll just make a damage roll because I can set that to be a 1d10. 9.
Okay, so Ray, right after you tell everyone to come back in, again, you feel a lurch in your stomach as though the effect from earlier started to reverse. Go ahead and lose 2 of the wound points you gained back.
Do I know this is lurching?
Again, kind of like, almost tips over from where he was sitting. Oh fuck, that would hurt.
You have to lay down. You are far from recovered.
Yeah, I can tell.
At times like this, I wish I had morphine.
I'm not big on drugs. Although, I guess maybe I don't know how big on those I am. Right, you wanna? And he kind of like reached out, like, if you can kind of help him.
I'll help him up.
Yeah, and he'll just kind of like hobble over to somewhere he can actually lay down properly and not be on the floor.
I thought we laid you down on a mat.
We had, but I'd moved away from it to like prop myself against the wall.
Crawl 3 feet away from the floor.
Patient, I'm going to have to ask you very kindly to not move about so much. You are badly, badly hurt.
Thanks, Doc. Couldn't tell. There's probably a little more blood than shows to be coming from one of the bandages.
Alright.
Well, I'm going to stitch that closed again. Keep busting. Ray, can
Yes?
you do me a favor and make sure he doesn't move?
Aye. I'll keep a close eye on him. Oh, I vote.
I need something to bite down on again.
Guys, I'll interrupt. Alexander will interrupt. I gotta go to my door. I left my computer there with the the back entrance to the website.
Somebody should swing by my room as well. I've got a lot of survival gear there. We can make use of it. Because we can't stay here.
We also have to make sure that our rooms were, ransacked like Ray's and Daniel's.
Well, I was in my room with Daniel, so it's probably been ransacked. So it was. Alright. If you go, though, go with someone. Oh,
Gen's gonna pat Ray on the shoulder. I think you should go with him.
Jesus. Ready to go to my class today, and this is not how I explain my evening.
I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting this for my evening either, but here we are. Although, actually,
Does Daniel have any kind of killer pharmaceuticals in his medical kit, even just like ibuprofen?
You do. There's just one ruling I want to give to Chris before I advance that. Chris, from here on, every hour in game, gain another wound point back from the heal touch. So you should have 4 left from that temporary boost. Okay. And then Daniel, you do have some pharmaceuticals that can help with pain and stuff. It's not anything super great. It's like basically over-the-counter Tylenol and
It's
like a
not
little bit of extra bandages and stuff. Yeah, no morphine.
it's okay. Gen doesn't want
Can
morphine.
someone get me a little bit of... Can somebody get me some water? I have some over painkillers and doctor's orders. You are in almost too much for me to treat.
I'm gonna pull from my bag.
Gen kind of like points over towards probably a corner of the room where there's a water jug and some cups, because that's pretty standard in places where you work out.
I'll go get some water from there. Like, take a water jug, pour like, get a cup, bring it over, hand it to Daniel.
While this is happening, Alexander would, quietly, as possible, slip away.
Okay. I guess just roll me a stealth, my guy.
Don't have a stealth full reflex
So
skill or
reflexes,
intelligence.
Yeah,
Reflex, if it's not
Reflex.
Can I get like a bonus for them being distracted with Gen?
You give yourself a +1.
Let's be real here. Even if none of us see you stop, NPCs are here.
I mean, they may be. I mean, there's Akari who's paying attention to his brother. There's Vivian who.
To his brother. Whoa, you have a twin brother now, Gary?
yeah, I didn't tell you. I'm actually a triplet. Akari is 2 people at once.
Hey, who knows? Maybe that's how she identifies.
Oh
herself.
no, we have this twin.
Okay. Akari's paying attention to her brother. There's Vivian who's I don't know.
Wait, is it in here?
Okay, I rolled a 16. What happens?
Okay, give me 1 sec.
We'll self-impose a -4 on this, because I think that's how many people I've got around me, right?
Yeah, Ray, Daniel, and Akari.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Gen sees you.
I'm not gonna roll.
Hopefully he stays quiet.
I'm getting the water, so I'm not really like noticing stuff at the moment.
Seeing as how Ray didn't want to go, he's gonna look to Sakura. Is she around?
She should be, yeah. Everybody should be around.
She is around. I will say, when you look to Sakura, Ivo kind of notices Alex going towards the door. Has a bit of a look, but he doesn't say anything, then Sakura agrees to go. So, for the sake of saving time, just let me know what everyone wants to do for the remainder of the night, and then I'll advance it forward.
Yeah, no, probably just
Gen asks somebody to go look at his room and pick up specifically his bio set, and his armored gi, and his basically my inventory minus my cell phone, because those are going to be good for wilderness survival and survival in general.
I am going to hand the phone to Ivo, because I think it was his phone.
Okay.
And I'm just going to keep an eye on... Yep, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish up.
And I will keep an eye on Gen, and also like keep an eye around. I'm just going to essentially like go on like watchdog almost, like just keep an eye out for anything that happens while I'm here, and be ready for like anyone who needs my help.
And then Alex is just getting his stuff from his room.
Yeah, his mask, his contacts, his lap, everything other than the cell phone, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Did Daniel want anything retrieved?
No, Daniel's busy. Also, med kit. He doesn't really care much about his books right now.
Okay. All right. So for the sake of brevity, I'm gonna say everyone does retrieve all of their stuff from the rooms. Obviously, Daniel's inventory is mostly there. There's like 1-2 things missing. We can go through that later in the break. Alex, again, you guys get your stuff. Ivo also gets his stuff, and Soccer gets her stuff. We'll go ahead and say you guys spend the rest of the night caring for Gen, keeping an eye out, waiting to see what's going to happen. And then as we go around, it will roll morning. Again, as a result of Daniel's amazing bedside care and roll, you gain back 8 wound points permanently.
All right. So then after about 3 hours, he becomes loopy again, and then later you bring him back, and though he is still seriously hurt, he is fully coherent again after the night and some more sleep.
Oh shit! I should have.
Would I guess that? Would it be decent to say that he is healing faster than most people should?
Yes, I'd say so.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this for the sake of brevity. Is there any essential RP people need to do before I push the timeline forward?
I mean, no, not really. I was gonna say I was gonna check the phone to see.
What, Adam? You cut out?
No, stop, because I realized that I was talking at the same time as Kevin. But yeah, I was wondering if it would be possible to have a roll between Gen and Daniel Vivian.
Between you, Gen, and Vivian, yeah, we can definitely do that.
How about this is early in the morning, after Gen has started to come to. Daniel's basically been up all night, just making sure Gen doesn't run off / another scene. So Daniel, for the first time ever, you see he's not drinking water. He's huffy.
Well, like I said, after 3 hours, Gen is pretty much out of it again, and then when he wakes up, he'll be much more coherent than he should be, considering the state he was in. So he'll kind of open his eyes and... Fuck, what time is it?
As my mother would say, it is late und early.
grandfather would say, that helps me not at all.
And then Vivian will pipe up, the truce between.
God, I don't ever ask you guys for the time. Have you slept yet, Daniel?
No.
I thought you were supposed to be the one that was all about health. You need sleep, man. And probably against your
I
wishes,
will
Gen is going to
definitely
kind of prop
get
himself
caught
up a
up.
little.
Again, please. That's the reason I can't sleep is because you keep moving.
I'll be fine.
Again,
Gonna
we
run
have to
off
work on
anyway.
living skills.
Trust me, no one knows my body like I do. Although I guess you might be getting close.
Give me a few hours. Vivian, I'm sorry that I had to. Obviously, I had to leave during your performance. I apologize for that.
It's okay, Daniel. It's way more important that Gen stays alive than you getting to watch the full show. You at least got to see the important part.
And nods, glad she agrees with that his life is more important than her show.
Out of character, nah, fuck again. You should have been there the whole time, you asshole. You should have let him die in those woods.
Hey, I would have at least died in the Aikido club.
No, by all means, continue on.
Then the question remains, what are we going to do from here? Both of you, I will use everything that I have accrued over the last few years to keep you updated. There's obviously a lot going on that I'm not cut out for.
Well, classes have been canceled for the day, and everyone's waiting to hear a bulletin from the school as far as what the plan is. I think we should at least hear that out and plan our next move.
I tend to agree. I think doing something rash and unexpected could have drastic consequences and draw a lot of attention from a lot of eyes that we really do not want attention from.
Once all this is done and I can walk straight again, I can't go back to my dorm, and I sure as fuck cannot go back to just regular school life. I don't know. Probably out in the woods. It'll be the first time I've had to survive on the land.
Did you not say just last night that there were people in the woods? Very dangerous people?
In certain parts of the woods, yeah. But,
Then
tell me, we've already seen that they can get inside of the school in the middle of the night, assault us with something, and be gone before anyone noticed. Now, I don't know about you two,
There is a myth.
but I prefer my chances at hiding out in the woods.
that's the other thing, again, is that
That I
Alex... Sorry, go ahead.
There's a technique that I learned long ago for sleeping without lowering your guard completely. It's called one person takes watch.
And that works against sleeping gas, right?
It does with a gas mask.
Again, looks over to his rebreather.
Then there's the other
Yes.
thing.
What are you saying, Viv?
There's the other thing that Alex told us last night with how we can't leave. He said there was some resistance between the school wall and the woods.
What do you mean? I literally came from the woods.
Yeah, but shortly
I-
after you got back, Alex and Ivo went out and they said that you couldn't get out anymore.
Like, they closed
Last
the
night,
gates.
Alexander Voorhees. Last night, I checked on Alexander after he reported feeling bizarre, and his symptoms are the second strangest I've ever seen. Sorry, Ray. I would recommend just stopping trying to run. I don't think it's at his vice.
Quick
Because
question.
then not only are you drawing more attention to yourself, you're also separating yourself from the group. Question?
Quick question. Are we all there? Or is it just you three?
I think Adam wanted just
I don't
these
know if
three. You
Alexander
can
is-
clarify. Sorry, go.
Like, he was saying sorry, Ray, like
Oh, you shouted out.
Like,
speaking
in
to
general.
himself.
That's all.
Like the second strangest symptom I've ever seen. Sorry, Ray.
No worries. Goes back doing something.
And again, the fact of the matter is, we need you just as much as you need us. It wouldn't do to go off and get yourself killed.
I wouldn't be getting myself killed. I know how to hide in nature. And the whole... There are people out there, well, there are people in here. At least out there, I could fight them straightforward.
I think
Would
you're
you?
forgetting that it's
Again?
impossible to get out there.
Yeah, that's what I was about to state, but that's all secondary to the fact that I will need some explanation. Did they close the gates, post guards? What do you mean we can't get out there?
According to what I
Alexander
heard-
walks by.
Oh, sorry, Alexander. He can explain.
Oh, hi.
Firsthand.
Explain what?
We can't get
yeah,
out? They lock the gates,
running-
put guards?
Oh, okay.
No, I know I wasn't
Well,
incoherent last night, but I know I came from the forest. I was just out there.
So you know those games, right? Where they have like force fields and stuff?
I'm not
You
much of
know?
a gamer, but sure, I've heard of gating.
It's similar to that. It was invisible. When it happened to me, I felt resistance. Even though I couldn't say I felt it. Then when I was on the floor, I saw Ivo try to go through the gate, and it looked like he was having like there was something pushing back. Like he had there was a resistance. Like he couldn't go through, even though there was nothing there other than the gap.
Gen just kind of looks at you like you've told him that Yeah, there's a farm of flying pigs down the road that I want to go see.
Do you?
What?
Do you?
You're
I
telling
know.
me they have force field technology.
Well, no, I can't be certain, but like something similar, like hypnotism, like like how they're like there's a suggestion in your mind.
To confirm. But his symptoms were very real. That is all I get.
Alright, hold on. Gen lays back down. I'm going to wake up now.
Well, imagine this.
Then he sits back up.
Well,
No, it didn't work.
no, this is reality. It's like plastic. Like there's when
I don't know necessarily how.
plastic sheets, right? Or a plastic bag. When you put your hand through the plastic bag, there's like the end is closed, but there's like resistance, right? But if you push hard enough, you can pass through it, right? You make a big hole. When that happened to me,
So it's a
that's
physical barrier.
no, not a physical one. More like
Alex, I think it'd be better if you
Had
just
to
show
go
him.
I don't. I would like to perhaps urge
Yeah,
against
just
that
show
at
me.
least for the moment.
And
It's
Gen
still-
starts standing.
Daniel's gonna just like put his hands on Gen's shoulders and try and keep him from standing.
that's I mean, I can, but I don't know if it will happen again.
Let's ask the DM, because if you're putting up significant resistance to him standing, because I imagine you're not actually like shoving him down, you're just holding him there. If he can, what's my physical state?
You're
Can I
not.
just
It's
rush past
basically
that?
the same amount of force you put it on someone while they were waiting. Just like, don't do that. Don't do that. I meant don't do that.
Like a soft push, but not too hard. Okay.
Made my life harder.
I'd like to say if Daniel's not really pushing super hard, I'd like to think what happens is he puts his hands on his shoulders and like does a little bit of push, then Gen just kind of stands up till like Daniel's off the ground with Gen standing with him hanging off.
That's funny.
I'm fine, Daniel.
You-
I'm not gonna go
You are
running.
the worst patient I will ever have.
Do I see this?
As
to you
far
guys?
as I know, I'm one of the only patients you've ever had.
Guys,
If things follow suit, you might be the only patient I ever have.
Does Ray see this happening, like to the rest of the guys?
I'm gonna say for the sake of not trying to convolute this scene, no.
Okay.
guys, I mean, I'm not sure if it will happen again. When something stick to me when I was talking to Vlad, where he was saying something about being maintenance or correcting weaknesses from whatever it was. I think what happened to me on that day was can be considered a weakness with the system. And if you said that it has its own maintenance and trying to correct its weaknesses, it may or may not have already corrected this. So it may not happen again. Or it could happen
Shakes
again.
his head. Now, from what I can piece together from my own conversations, the maintenance happens after the winners become the maintenance.
The winners?
Of the competition.
He never said that to me.
Was, I am sorry again. This is all new information. Did you learn some while you were?
You ever notice how no one ever sees the winners of the big competition again?
I mean, there's Bendy.
Yeah, Bindi is the one
This is
exception.
my first year here. I'm not sure.
Gen will think. Can I remember like some of the names of the previous winners? There was Marcus, and there was Genetiva, and there were many others, but after they won, no one ever saw them again. Never thought it was
So
weird
what you're
until...
saying is that winning's a competition is a trap.
Yeah. Who better to become the maintenance
Well,
than the best of the best?
I've got to point out that traps work both ways. We could use that to advantage.
Or it could be our downfall.
So could anything.
When it comes to
That's
this,
if they're still doing the competition. Remember, they did
Again.
cancel everything. We're waiting to hear from them.
And if they did, they may try
Exactly.
to. If they did cancel the competition, they may just try to go after the kids who has the most medals for the maintenance.
speaking of
And
which
Maybe
ones are
us
count,
another team.
I from the last time from you guys and the two that I won, which is 7. We have 7 medals.
so we were in the finals. Great. Honestly, I was... Before I saw what was in those woods, I was thinking maybe we could turn this trap on its head, but if we're going up against Umbrella, doesn't matter if we know it's a trap or not, we wouldn't make it out.
Well, then the question is, are we already in the trap?
We probably are.
That's why I need to know about this gate.
I mean, I could take you there, but I'm not sure if it's gonna have the same reaction. That's all I can
That'll
tell
be
you.
a good test. It's a scientific method, right? Test something, repeat it. If it can be repeated, then you can test its limits.
Then I'll do it again.
If we could get out into the forest, then maybe we could build a raft off the island.
Well, we have to build a pretty big enough raft for all of us. Second of all, we have to
Find food.
try to find a way to make water. And
If
I
we
believe-
stand around here talking about everything cannot be done, then we will be talking until they are upon us. We need a plan.
May I make a suggestion?
yeah,
Yes, please.
I think we do need to build a plan, but we need to be certain about details. Like Daniel said, we could build a raft and get out of here. The problem is we've got miles upon miles of ocean from here to the mainland of Japan. That was probably intentional on whoever designed this. So if we were going to get out, our best bet would probably be getting to the yacht that the school has.
Mhm.
that is true.
But that comes with its own issues.
2, Two, we have to find out what the reality is with the gate now, and then see what the school's planning. Even if we don't want to go along with it, we need to know their parameters based off of the information they're giving everyone, right?
Yes. We can't afford to get ahead of ourselves or start setting ourselves now. If we're the best of the best, then we are the only ones who can possibly break this cycle.
Daniel, will we still be able to check our blood samples for anything?
I should be able to do that. It'll take some time, as I don't have I only have my medical kit.
Gen
is a good
motions
medical-
over to his own bio and chem set. You can use
I'd
mine,
say
but-
now Ray can show up if he wants to. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna search up. Now you guys are discussing something.
Plants.
We have even plans at this point, just ideas. And the most important thing, I think Vivian is right, is to hear what the school headmasters have. Whatever the parameters are, have a significant advantage in poker by being able to see the cards of the others at the table.
Yeah, sounds good. Best
Even if it's only a few cards.
I do agree. We probably wait to see what the school has to say. This could, for all we know, this whole situation could be the school's fault. However, when I did overhear, I overheard some conversation. Apparently, there's some word that the BSA might be on their way here. I'm not sure.
That's great. Maybe they can sort this shit out.
Well, we should get going then with the test.
Right, I'm gonna need your shoulder here.
I give her my shoulder. Come on. And I look again. I look at Daniel.
And,
You sure he's able to move?
Not in the slightest, but if we have to report somewhere to hear what they have to say, then it is important for Gen to be there. Also to check the gate. Daniel will Gen's arm around over his other and march to kind of set the pace. And also, so if Gen's torso decides to stay behind, the doctor will be right there.
How tall is Daniel?
Not very.
Gen's over 6 foot.
Daniel
I'm
is
not
nearly
sure.
tall. He's
Yeah,
still gonna walk beside Gen.
yeah.
That's
No,
okay.
it's just a matter of I don't think draping your hand over your shoulder is gonna do too much.
So, yeah. So Ray will be the one carrying him then.
So
Gen-
we're going to the
Gen
gate.
puts a lot of his own weight on himself, but what he can't, he puts on Ray.
Mhm.
I'll leave two options for this. We can either have everyone go to the gate, or we can have a couple people stay behind to get the blood samples done to get some information about that. It's whatever you guys want to do.
I think we should
Well,
do.
The second
Gen's going to the gate
option
because
is
he
good,
needs to see
but
that.
at the same time, I think it's a good idea to do the blood work.
Get that started, and
I mean, and you've got
Alright,
plenty
and
of samples of Gen's blood over there and over
Yeah.
there and on those.
And the whole
Here?
trail out to the woods.
Wouldn't that be considered contaminated blood, though? On a medical standpoint.
I'm
Yeah.
sure some of it's fresh.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
I said.
Puddle of
No, go on.
that cannot be contaminated. And it should behave blood, even if it is contaminated.
Mhm.
Well,
So what kind of a role would I make for blood work? Would I do med tech or diagnose illness or pharmaceutical?
I'll say diagnose illness.
And if he is
All right,
using
I just cranked that up to my final level. So
if he is using my
do I get
bio
any
and
kind
chem
of bonuses
set,
on it?
yeah, that's what I was about to
Yeah,
say.
Daniel would be
If
using both sets.
How long are you planning on studying it before meeting up with them, and they'll determine if I give a bonus?
How long is it going to take them to get to the gate and back?
I'm expecting they're going to do their little science experiment and be done within about an hour of in-game time and be back to you guys.
Daniel's going to take
If
Daniel's going to take at least an hour.
okay, I'm gonna say if you'll take like an hour 40, you can give yourself a +2.
yeah, I was also going to say that the chem set
Okay,
is
I'll take an hour.
essentially, if we base it off the system that the clothings go on, it would be level 4 of 5. Because I went with pretty much the highest quality that you could get without going super professional level, which would probably have been restricted.
And Daniel went professional level with his med kit. So if he's using both, what would my modifier?
If you're gonna use both, I'd say give yourself a +5 in total.
So that's +5, accounting for the hour and 45-minute +2 boost.
Yes, because the set's giving you a +3, and then you're getting a +2 because you're taking an extended amount of time.
All right. This is a huge boost. I did not do good.
Oof. Oof. So roll the 1d100, my guy.
I feel like this is BS, you know?
I mean, regardless of whether it's a
It's still
fumble or not,
34.
that's still a 34.
And
Oh,
it's
no,
still a 30
literally.
for 100.
Okay.
Provided I roll. I did not roll great on the D100.
All right. So I will say that because the roll's still a 34, even with the fumble, you'll still get some stuff out of it. It's just Daniel doesn't have the most experience with chemistry sets. So there's a little bit of complications, and we'll just say like a little bit of the blood boils up and out and starts creating a bit of a vapor.
Contaminated.
Oh.
Oh my god, the infection is spreading by air.
Yeah, don't breathe that in. Put on Gen's rebreather.
Open a
No.
window.
Especially if we're thinking about how
Daniel would be wearing a medical mask if he had one.
Yeah.
So what do we do with the test?
All right.
I
So
don't know if that'll make a difference.
we'll come back to that. Team at the gate, what's happening?
I don't know what's happening.
And
Gen is trying to get Ray to take him over to the gate where he can,
I did.
preferably with Alex.
I did, yeah.
Hi, you guys stay there.
Go.
Don't do anything, especially you, Gen, since you're, injured and all, and bleeding.
I mean, he's probably not bleeding anymore, at least.
I mean, you saw blood on
yeah,
your
we should have
clothes, so...
stopped the. We should have stopped the blood. The blood
flow?
He's injured.
Coming
He's
out.
injured.
by now.
Yeah, I'm beaten to shit, but not bleeding out.
Alright.
He's beating the shit. He doesn't have a lot of blood left in it. Time.
Alright, Alex, show us the magic.
It isn't magic, but okay.
I mean, it can be
Alex will
anything.
start heading to the gate.
How Daniel?
He probably would have asked somebody else to go with him just so it, because he's afraid that since he, the thing happened with him with the pop, may have already affected the outcome, so he brought somebody else with him.
Any
I mean-
preference on who you want with you walking up?
I probably would have brought Akari.
Okay. So are you gonna put your hand through, or are you just gonna have Akari do it?
I'll do it first, and then if no reaction happens, I'll ask Akari to do it. But I'll caution her about it, you know.
Okay, so Alex, you go put your hand up through the spokes in the wall, essentially, because it's like a pole wall with a little bit of like linking chain, so you can still fit your hand through. It's like one of those Art Deco fence post gates where there's a brief gap in between each post.
Mhm.
You put your hand up through it, and then where it should be open air, your hand goes around the middle area of it.
You see this, right? I look at Akari.
She is wide-eyed and she says, "Yeah, I see it."
Now do you believe me?